The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. One health expert has noted new symptoms of COVID-19, which include sore eyes. Infectious disease expert Dr. Ronching Solante said this is one of the symptoms of the subvariant XBB.1.16 or Arcturus. Now, Solante said that there are patients in other countries who experience who experience having sore eyes along with the usual COVID-19 symptoms like sore throat, fever, and cough. The Arcturus subvariant is believed to be more transmissible and can infect even vaccinated individuals. Because of this, Solante is calling on the public to keep wearing face masks and observe proper health protocols. Molecular biologist Father Nicanor Austriatico says his research on an oral COVID-19 vaccine is almost done. Austriatico had been developing a yeast-based COVID-19 vaccine since 2020. He told the chiefs that once proven effective, the vaccine may be produced in powder form and can be mixed with cold drinks. Father Nick said he developed this vaccine to benefit poor Filipinos.
It's a beer vaccine. You can add it to your beer. When we develop this, we will probably have to test different scenarios.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. One News Now, I'm Riza Diaz. In 2004, one gambler discovered how to beat the roulette, winning over £1 million British pounds. Now, for the longest time, no one could figure out how he did it, but this Bloomberg Quick Take tells us.
Roulette isn't quite as random as most people think. It's possible to get a good idea of which section the ball is going to stop in by measuring the speed of the ball and the rotor, and you can win a fortune. The people making fortunes aren't physicists or psychics though, they're members of a secret community of roulette predictors. And they've been using their skills against casinos for decades. Probably the world's most successful player is a Croatian called Niko Tosa. If you haven't heard of him, you aren't alone. He's never given an interview or appeared in any book, magazine or newspaper, until now. In 2004, Tosa and two companions achieved the impossible. They walked into a London casino with a couple of £1,000s in their pockets, and over the course of hundreds of games of roulette, they turned it into 1.3 million. Over the years, casinos have got wise to the trick, and they've had to redesign their equipment to encourage the ball to skid and bounce around, enough to confuse the predictors. If you walk into any casino anywhere in the world today, take a close look at the shape of the roulette wheel, and you can see how it's been influenced by Niko Tosa and players like him. Check out the shape of the pockets, which had to be redesigned to be smoother and shallower than before. Since the coronavirus pandemic, online gambling is the industry's biggest growth area. But the arms race between predictive players and their opponents is still going on. Gamblers can use software to track the ball and rotor automatically and calculate where it's going to land. Companies defend their profits using wheels with inbuilt lasers and algorithms to make them harder to predict. When I finally tracked down Niko Tosa in Croatia, he was happy to talk about his big night at the Ritz Club. He had only one regret: that he didn't win more.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Stable power supply has been restored in Occidental Mindoro. That's after the Occidental Mindoro Consolidated Power Corporation agreed to run all of its 3 power plants. The plants are able to supply 30 megawatts, enough to power the province with little to no interruptions expected. At least 17 Filipino evacuees from Sudan are back in the Philippines. Repatriation efforts continue, with hundreds more staying in Egypt as means to escape the firefight in Sudan. And Gilas Pilipinas will be facing old rivals in the group stage of the FIBA World Cup. Joining the national team in Group A are Italy, Angola, and Dominican Republic, all of which have a record of beating Gilas in the past games. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 10:45 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.